Welcome everyone to our Two Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle. I'm your host here with my daughter Marcella. Hello.
Just drinking water.
Miss Polly is in town, drove all the way from Amarillo and is joining us in the studio, and we're so excited. And the fun and amazing brother duo of the Puerto Rican duo. Bernie.
What's going on?
And Ralph.
Hey.
Our battalion fire chief and DJ Spider.
Hello.
You know what?
There's usually a bilingual thing. That's usually hola.
Hola.
So used to hola.
I change it up.
I actually really liked when you had your music intro that time.
Oh wow,
that was funny.
I was like right on the edge of being very drunk.
When I edited it, I was like, yes, Spider,
Has that one come out?
It comes out tomorrow.
That was that was Greetings, Earthlings.
Which ones was that?
I remember that much.
With Savon and Jen.
Oh my God,
that
they're
comes out
so
tomorrow.
funny.
I saw her yesterday and she was like, when can I come back on the show? I go,
She's
you're
so
always invited.
hilarious.
She goes, well, I'm waiting for my invite. I was like,
I have
come
to
on.
invite her back.
Yeah.
So today's episode, guys, is being a cheapskate versus frugal and 12 signs you may be crossing the line of being cheap.
Interesting.
I'm curious about this.
And I said 12 signs, but there's way more. There's also a TLC show that is called some words are really hard. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Extreme Cheapskates.
You're so kind.
I've never seen that.
There's some crazy stuff, you guys. I mean, it's unbelievable. Printed some of it.
I don't think I'm frugal. I'm just poor.
I think that's different too.
That's a really funny way to put it.
So this girl, throughout the year, she takes things from her family,
Like
and
steals?
they think it's missing, and she keeps it, and then on Christmas she gives it back to them.
No way.
What? That's crazy.
And they know that she gave it back to them?
I don't know.
This looks
if they didn't know, if they watch the show, they know now.
It's like, oh my God, my phone went missing. Thanks.
I thought I couldn't be surprised by much, but I am shocked by that right now for some reason. Like to even think that's okay.
Wow.
Wow.
These people are so cheap that they share their tooth floss.
That's
No.
fucking bullshit.
No.
That's disgusting.
No.
That's disgusting.
How much is some floss cost?
I am actually shocked by these right now. I was wondering
That's
how this was going to
gross.
go. That is
Because
disgusting.
you're talking about bacteria and bullshit in between your teeth.
I don't
and-
want what's
no,
in your mouth and
no.
mine. I
Ew,
don't even
and
know
the
if I want to
floss.
kiss you.
Oh my God.
Even when I know I want to kiss you, I
Oh,
still
what you
don't
just
want to
said.
have your floss in my mouth.
Wow. Floss isn't
The
even
mom,
expensive.
who was not about to spend money on formula, so she decided to get it from her coworkers.
Wait,
I've
breast
actually-
Now,
milk?
I know
Actually,
that
I've heard
there
of that.
are some moms that because they
She
can't
collects
pump
it.
enough that like there's certain mom groups that
That's not formula. She's
Breast
selling their
milk.
breast milk.
yeah.
Breast milk.
Like
You said formula.
You said formula, but I mean
No, so
She doesn't want to buy
talking
it.
Instead
about
of
She
buying
doesn't want to
formula,
buy it.
so
she
she
doesn't want to buy
has-
formula
yeah.
because she can no longer produce breast milk.
so she
is
purchases it from or gets it from
She
other
doesn't
people.
purchase
Okay,
it.
so
But isn't it supposed to be it's supposed to be a lot healthier?
It is.
Right? Breast milk as opposed to formula.
but at the same time, I mean, there are some groups that you can belong to that they will share, like women that have
wow.
enough
Like a co-op
or over.
kind of a thing. They gotta,
breast milk.
Here,
co-op.
take my milk.
It's like the La Leche League.
yeah.
Do they ever have it to where one baby's on one boob and one baby's on the other boob?
Share my
Well, if
business.
you have twins,
Oh, that's right.
multiples.
Didn't think about that.
Well, what
and then-
about here? Take my baby and feed it because I don't have it.
But I mean,
those
I've
are called
heard of
wet
that.
nurses.
Oh, that is a thing.
No shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
that's
crazy.
crazy. I didn't know they were called that.
So can you produce milk if you are not pregnant?
There are some women that can train themselves or make themselves produce milk.
up.
Lactating.
That's a fetish too.
Yeah, it is.
That's
Stop
that.
it right now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You didn't know that was a fetish?
No.
There's like they actually attach milking machines to their.
What? Definitely heard of that. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's saying that's his fetish.
It's like the best ever. It's like awesome. Let's talk about this some more.
We're gonna do a whole show on it, and you're gonna be invited.
Wow.
There are guys that really, really like breast milk.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tried it before. I'm not a fan.
Me and
not a
Beth
fan
tried
of it.
Misty's. It's disgusting.
You tried it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when when Jet's mom, when she was breastfeeding Jet, I tried it and I just wasn't a super fan. There's some people who love it. Like it just wasn't something that I didn't.
It kind of changes the way you look at. I mean,
it didn't. It just the fact of like
wasn't your thing.
Yeah, just when I would suck on her boob, it just didn't taste good. Like I don't know. It just for me.
You did it that way.
Well, how other ways?
You do it out the bottle. Well, I didn't suck on Misty's boob.
I was like, how else am I doing? But I didn't think about it that way. No,
Let me try it. Beth and I
I'm going to get the full benefit of it all. So,
She's got a bottle there. He's just like, you mind if I try your breast milk? Sure.
Now Jet's pissed off at me because I'm taking, give me a bottle.
Pulling her shirt off.
Mine booby.
That's right. That's so funny.
That is hilarious.
Okay.
So imagine you're going on a date with this guy, right? And you're going to a movie. And he is cheap. He's super cheap, but he's going to get you popcorn and everything. So he has figured out that the movie theater gives free refills with the popcorns and soft drinks. So he went in the trash, got the empty containers.
That's gross.
And
that's
brought
just
it back
nasty.
in the movie theater and gave it to his
Who
wife.
even thinks of that?
Yeah, this guy clearly.
This guy-
That's hypothetical, right? That didn't really happen, did he?
No, this really happens.
That's
This
gross.
this is how these people live.
First off, how does he get dates? I mean,
Yeah, right.
Geez,
I don't
that's
know. He got
nasty.
married somehow, and then
I know that there are
There's someone
people,
for everyone.
You got a picture of him?
there's people that they stock up with stuff in the purses and stuff in their bags, and then
I mean,
Oh,
I
I'm
brought
guilty
my own
of that
candy.
shit for sure, dude. Every time.
because seriously, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take my own candy,
that's
but
different
popcorn, I'm not going through the trash.
Yeah, because I like the hot butter
I do too.
popcorn, like
I
freshly
mean,
made.
that's the extra butter, please.
Yes, I like it stacked, just layered.
Yummy.
I would like any butter.
there's a guy that dries his tissues in the sun
No.
so he can
No,
reuse.
no.
Stop.
No,
this
I
is
don't
ridiculous.
want
I wish I knew who it was. I
boogers.
could punch him in the face.
The
Just
weirdest
punch him.
thing is that these are like cheap things. Like, how much are tissues?
Like I know that people like separate
Sauce.
2-ply tissues.
What the hell?
The two-ply toilet paper, and they will roll their into separate to the single. So they get 2 rolls out of
I'd be
one.
afraid of my finger busting.
That's
right
exactly
through it.
right.
It's like I don't
get
want.
bored.
I will roll it so I don't touch any poop. Just I'm sorry.
Yeah, like a white
Over
boxing
wiper.
glove.
Half a roll of toilet paper.
I'm an overwiper too, for sure.
I'm okay.
roll it.
I don't want any poop anywhere.
No.
I'm
When
a
I've-
wet first, then dry.
Nope.
Like baby wipe first, then toilet
Yeah,
paper.
you have to have a little baby wipe. Oh my God.
So as this woman, she doesn't want to spend money for a gym, so she goes to sporting goods stores and gets
That's awesome.
Hell
Right there.
yeah.
That's kind of
Not,
funny.
yeah, that's not so
she
weird.
goes, I'm listening to my iTunes in the store, and she said, you feel the burn.
Dude, that's really funny.
I mean, or just go outside.
There's this lady, she washes all her clothes in the pool because the chemicals in the pool are similar to the ones found in laundry detergent.
Let me see a picture of her. Yep, she looks like she does. She's single.
Seriously?
She's single.
The woman who turned roadkill into a meal fit for a king.
No, she
Hey,
takes
we've hit a
that
pheasant.
tonight.
My mom
I've heard
hit a
that
pheasant before. We totally jacked it and ate it for dinner.
That's different. If you kill, it's the same thing, right? You kill it there. But
So,
you're
yeah.
talking about you find roadkill.
Like I didn't didn't have it driven over a couple of times or anything. No, we hit it. And,
Tonight we're
yeah.
serving barbecued rabbit and a tossed salad made with flowers that we gathered.
She looks like she would do it. Absolutely.
I mean,
a person
But
who
you
does
guys,
roadkill.
these are like today, or I mean, on other shows we've talked. I mean, there's a lot of weird people. Like, who does that? I don't understand.
So this woman pees in a jar so she can lower her water bill. She keeps peeing in the same jar and she goes, this is where I deposit my urine.
Oh.
And then she smells it and she goes, ooh, quite, what's that word?
Pungent.
Pungent. Well, yeah.
Oh, so she pees a lot and then pours
Tosses
it, down
it
and
outside
flushes it
or-
something, or
I guess.
gosh.
When it's
Rather
full.
than
When
flush
it's full.
your
sort of
toilet.
flushes.
All of this seems like so much work. Like,
It
why
really
don't you
does.
put more time into like making money instead of like
Exactly.
I mean, I know that
drying your
my
tissues? and stuff?
ex's parents would not flush the toilet when they peed.
Yeah, I've seen
for a
signs.
couple
For a while.
of times until
Stop.
If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Yeah.
You never heard that?
I don't always flush, but it's not because I'm trying
My whole
to preserve
life, I've
money. It's
never
just I
heard
forget to
that.
flush sometimes. That's a guy thing.
I have never in my life.
Heard that
What?
before.
yeah.
I just didn't know that you don't flush the toilet.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
They
will
were so
sometimes
crazy
forget to
about
flush
their
the toilet.
water bill, and they were like trying to conserve water.
I mean, but how much is the water bill? It's not that much.
when you're on a fixed income, it might be.
That's true.
So
I just don't
there's
understand.
a woman that doesn't believe in toilet paper at all.
Oh my god.
So she says, if I took a dump, then I also grabbed the.
I love how she says it. Like a dump.
and then coming out of my mom's mouth.
There's another level there. Isn't it? All right, start the question over.
That's really funny.
I took a dump.
That's right.
Then I also grabbed the soap, wipe myself down with it, and then rinse on the soap.
What?
I don't believe in spending money on something that you're just gonna throw away, such as toilet paper or paper towels. Here she is.
Right,
So she'd
but
rather
you're
use
not
water.
just
So
throwing
here's
it away.
here's my comment to that. I've had people that there's a bucket in certain countries where they
Seen that?
Oh yeah, we did. We did a show on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
we
Was it
did.
here? Yes, we did. You
yeah
go
so
on
they
the floor.
So she'll
are in a hole.
poop and she'll, instead of wipe it,
Use
she
soap.
takes
She sits on the toilet
her
and she has a
hand?
bucket with she squirts water and then she
Little bidet kind of a thing.
Kind of
she
like a
makes her
bidet
own.
thing going. So
Yeah.
maybe she's French.
This is so stressful to me.
sounds.
Oui, oui.
That's horrible. Horrible.
So this woman hides in the park to watch yoga classes instead of paying for them. So she does
That's
her own
funny.
yoga back there.
I'd have to laugh at that one too.
That's funny.
Why not?
There's a woman that
Just come join us, Susan. Just come join us.
You know, they have those Tai Chi, out in the park, just don't mind me. I'm
Just
gonna
get on
my hand.
Pinterest. You
Get my
can
Tai
Google
Chi
yoga.
purse.
Figure it out yourself.
That's true.
this woman cleans the house at night to lower the electric bill
That's fine. I do that. But
I
it's
do
not totally, I just do
laundry.
it. It's easier at night.
Sure.
Laundry for
Yeah.
sure.
because it's cheaper between 12 midnight and about 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
do it
that's
that
when she'll
late.
vacuum and stuff.
I definitely don't do it that late. But
I do that, but it's just because I'm up here all day.
Yeah, but you're not doing it to save
No.
money.
So this woman, this is really gross. She pours leftover sauces back in the bottle.
she looks
Leftover-
like she
wait. This is-
pours
this-
leftovers on.
this is
Leftover how? Like leftover on her plate?
Yes,
Okay.
leftover on the plate.
That's pretty gross.
If it doesn't get all drunk up, I pour it back. If it doesn't get all slopped up, I put it back in its container.
Each their own. That's nasty, but that's
Off the plate.
I mean,
Man.
I would if I found out someone I was dating.
Yeah,
was
did
doing
that.
I'd be fucking fuming pissed.
Right? When
If-
you put ranch
if-
on
yeah.
something and they're
If
like,
I put
oh,
ranch on. I'm like, what is that?
Why is there chicken
That's-
nuggets
Yeah,
in there?
exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
why is there
if
bits
someone
of
I was
food,
dating,
other
I didn't know that
food?
they did that, and I poured ranch, whatever, a piece of chicken nugget or a piece of pizza, pepperoni from the pizza came out, I'd be pissed.
that is
Yeah.
so
That's
nasty.
disgusting.
Imagine
the
that's
nasty ones,
disgusting.
I don't understand.
I just can't stand pizza and ranch anyway.
Oh my God, I love pizza and ranch.
I don't
So
understand
good.
that either.
I can do pizza and
Marcel,
ranch,
I'm
but
very
I'd rather just do
disappointed
pizza.
that's not Austrian
It's
at
good
all.
though.
It's so good.
It's so good.
There is a guy that warms up his food in his hot tub because he doesn't want to spend $40 a month on microwave heating.
How much more is this hot tub?
And my
Way more
concern
expensive.
is, are you getting that food hot enough to kill anything that?
I think it's
And
a
does it get
reheat.
wet?
So it's already
It's gotta
been
be
cooked,
reheated.
Is it
Yeah.
but still, like
I mean, I know people that cook
you
in their
gotta use-
in their dishwasher
What?
Really?
Cook
I've
in the
never heard of that.
dishwasher.
because during the during
The heat
the
cycle, the drying
heating
cycle?
the drying cycle, it gets up to 180 degrees, so you can poach like salmon or whatever in
God.
there.
I would never.
Wow, I never even thought about that.
What's your dishes smell like? Some fish?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ralph, you're going to appreciate this. There's the guy who always raids the fridge at work for other people's leftovers to bring home for dinner. And then his wife goes, I did not like eating leftovers from the fire station.
Man, she didn't. Like, I guess her husband work at a station like ours. There's some pretty good food to get left over.
Leftover.
Yeah, well, that's the thing about the stations that I've worked at historically. They usually don't save a lot of stuff. They'll save the expensive meats and stuff like that, but they throw away rice and mashed potatoes and all kinds of good stuff.
The lady who found an innovative way to use her hair for dental hygiene. She flosses her.
Nope.
I mean, that's just.
That is so nasty.
When we get this YouTube video, can I have this like going by?
That's,
That is so gross.
so I don't.
Hair just.
How much hair do you
See,
have
that
to get
one-
together to make it? You got to take a bunch of strands to make it strong enough to floss your teeth, right?
That grossed you out
Probably.
more than the fur one did. It
I don't know
sounded
why
like.
I'm just picturing somebody doing that with their hair.
So funny. Both you two.
Now I have a better picture for you guys for this lady that cleans herself, which looks like an old mustard bottle when she goes to the bathroom and has no toilet paper.
Okay,
So what
The
is
girl
she?
from earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
a better
Okay,
picture.
so
So
she
you see it.
clean. Yeah, okay. So she basically does the bidet thing.
There's a commonality between all the women that we're talking about in these different podcasts. They're all single. Very, very single. No question about it.
Are they single?
They look single.
I don't know.
Why am I still single?
She's like, all right,
the right
guys,
guy.
still out there
Yeah.
for you, Miss Polly. Eating left behind food at restaurants.
Ew, nasty.
Ah.
Oh, what? Hold on. Say that again.
He's not shy about
I've seen
dining
people do
off
that.
abandoned food from a nearby restaurant
I've seen people do
table.
that.
You keep an eye on your food if you're seated near cheapskates. They'll grab it.
Stealing your food.
That's like hygiene.
Yeah, I know. Like all of these are hygiene things, and it grosses me out.
Unplugging everything when you leave the house.
That's
Some people,
consuming.
I've heard of
think that
people
it's-
doing that. It's so
yeah.
stupid.
Cost benefit analysis there.
Oh my God.
Right?
Spider, flushing only once a week. Not to be outdone by the toilet paper saver, another cheapskate puts the if it's yellow, let it mellow rule to shame. A full week before
Right.
flushing.
That
So
would
you just let
smell.
everything sit there?
Well, if it's yellow,
Yeah,
he
if
does
it's-
until
if it's-
Not if
he
it's
poops.
He takes it
If he
to
poops,
another
he flushes
level.
it.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
No.
He takes it to another level. He
Ooh.
only flushes once a week.
That's messed
That's
up.
just disgusting.
That's got to
Doesn't
be
that
Smelly.
smell?
I want to
Oh,
punch
God.
him.
like.
That tastes-
But have you
the-
noticed that most of this is like really nasty? Like
Disgusting.
Ugh.
So here's another cheap, like,
Are
okay,
they
this
from
is
a
the
third world
difference.
country.
These are some really crazy, cheap, fucked up people.
I don't know
So-
any of these people.
I think somebody to do something like that, they have to be by themselves. You know,
sure.
I
you
would
couldn't be
think.
with somebody else and be like,
For sure.
yeah, I'm good with
But
that.
then again, there are some. So think about it. When we did the show on my 600 pound life, all those people had like a significant other that was.
did?
Yes,
Yeah, they
they
So
did.
you're right. There's probably.
was
I'd agree with you, but just I don't know why that popped in my
enabling.
mind. Yes. Yes.
Well, I would never be with anybody who didn't flush the toilet. I can tell you that much.
If
Or
you're staying
floss
at a
hair.
hotel and there's a wedding going on, you can go be a wedding crasher. Get your
That'd be
food
kind of
and
fun.
drinks.
No, that would be fun. I haven't done that, but
Depends
that
on
would
if they have an open bar. Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, that would be funny
good
to like
food.
do something for fun, but not because I want to eat their food.
It's like,
Sure,
oh,
I'm hungry.
I can dress up.
I'm cousins on Uncle Larry's side.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
Stiffing the server. I hate that. When you go out to eat, you never leave a tip. You already paid for the meal, you figure. So why should you have to pay extra for the service?
because this poor
Yeah, that's
server.
Because
bullshit.
that poor server makes no
The
money.
tip is optional, right? So I had about 5 people from Austria come visit a few weeks ago, and we went out to eat. And then later on, I don't know how this came up, but when the bill came, and I said, "Do you guys know about tipping?" And they go, "Oh yeah, right. 10% is a lot, right?" And I go, "Oh my God, no." And they were 3 weeks in the country, and everywhere they went, they didn't tip.
Oh, man,
And it's
everybody
just
hated them the whole time.
bad
Oh,
because they
no.
don't want to.
Those
It's just they don't know.
foreigners.
There's no tipping.
It's no
at
tipping,
home.
and European
Like, you
countries
tip
don't really understand
$1 or
that.
$2, and you are like generous.
Some of the worst tippers are probably European people.
Have
and-
to because they don't know any better.
people
They just really don't know.
The
That's
people
not
who go to
usual.
church, they tend
Yeah,
to be
the worst
really,
people. I was going to say the worst one I've seen is the after church crowd.
after church crowd always sucks.
I always hated going. I would like walk behind or stay behind while after they would walk away or whatever, and I'd be like putting money down on the table.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I have gone behind like even my own parents at some point until I started being a server and a waitress. They didn't understand how little we made.
Yeah.
And then it was like an educational thing. Like whenever we would go out to eat and they would get the bill and I would be like, and I'm over tipper. I am an over tipper.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's all they get.
because of that. Exactly.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
times.
What is it like?
$2.13
an hour as a raise, any or is it the
It's
same? Pretty much.
It's still the same.
It's still very, very, very little. So I think just don't be cheap. I can't stand cheap people. I don't like that at all.
I mean, if you're poor, I
that's
understand. But then
different though.
don't go
I'm
to
talking
Just
about
don't go.
people
But
that are
people
not
that
poor.
are just not poor and they are just cheap. I actually have found that as a server, the ones that had the most money and could afford to tip well didn't.
Isn't
That's
that
what I was
crazy?
just
Oh,
about
yeah.
to say.
The working class people, most generous.
They
Like,
understand what
They
what
understand
kind of job
what
you're
it.
doing.
They know how hard you're busting your butt.
You'll see that a lot. So annually, you'll see the firefighters all around. They'll collect money, fill the boot for busting
Yes.
the district fee. And we see that all the time. Like
Yeah.
really expensive cars and got a Porsche or whatever like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
looks at his phone, whatever like that. And you see a crew of, Hispanic dudes that they got a bunch of lawnmowers in the back and they pull up and they're $20 and somebody sending held you a
Really?
$5. And,
Yep.
That's
and they
interesting.
don't even speak English,
Yep.
but they know what you're doing and they're out there and
Yep.
you're like these generous people who work for a living.
Yeah.
These guys are working. Now that's not it goes both ways. I do get some people in nice cars giving a lot of money as well, but you see a lot more
interesting.
often
Yeah.
the people who are probably in a lower socioeconomical class.
The ones
where
that
they give.
probably at some point will or might need
Yeah.
assistance,
Yeah,
and they're the
so.
most
Generous.
generous.
I think we need to go penis and pussy talk.
Okay, let's do it.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk with Miss Polly.
Miss Polly,
Yeah,
are we ready for this one?
God no.
Oh my God, I don't know this either.
I'm so ready for this one.
I don't even know if I'm ready for this one,
Oh God.
but okay.
I came upon this by accident and I was like, that can't be a thing. And then I was like, I'm going to ask Miss
Uh-oh.
Polly.
Now I'm excited.
I know, me too.
no, you're not.
Intrigued.
Intrigued, okay.
What are morgue parties?
Oh Jesus!
What are what?
Morgue parties.
Parties.
They don't have sex with dead people.
Yes. It is a group of necrophiliacs.
I thought that was illegal.
Well, of course it
That's
is.
illegal.
It is illegal to have it's abuse of a dead body.
That's fucked up.
But
And where do you do
they
that?
will sneak into a morgue or break into a morgue.
Got to have somebody on the
And
inside.
Usually sometimes they're the morticians.
I was just going to tell you that I know someone that this happened to.
What? Who?
It happened to them?
Well, no, wait.
Or to a family member or
It
what?
made them come back to life.
This is someone that I knew from back in the days of dance.
What? Wait, I don't know
And
this.
this is when you were younger,
Oh,
and there
when I
was
was
a
dancing.
dance mom, and she was with this guy. He was a mortician,
Mm.
and she found out that he had sex with these bodies that were laid on ice.
No.
And she told me about it. I almost died.
She was still with him?
Yeah, she stayed with
How'd
him
she
for a
find out?
while.
How'd she find something
Yeah,
like that
how
out?
I
did
don't
you find that
remember. Oh my gosh, it's so long ago. I don't remember. I
You
just
smell like
remember it's
formaldehyde. What is your...
Masala.
Oh my gosh, that's the craziest thing. How do you say it? Because you can black it out. I don't know why I'm telling you that. I don't know who it is.
you
no matter
don't
what.
know. It's-
Yeah.
I mean, she's dead
I'm like,
anyways.
who?
So,
Really?
but
Dude, that's so crazy. I can't believe that. Woman.
and it's a and then it's a thing. I thought it was
How
just
would
the
that
craziest
make
thing
you-
I ever heard.
Why would
So
you
then
want to
a
do that?
group of them get together and they have sex with dead bodies and like an orgy. I don't even know what to say.
They also go to cemeteries.
They also, well,
right? No,
I mean,
Is
we
that
have
not
to like
that-
dig them out.
that
No, but
kind of
like-
is usually
doesn't
not
make sense.
necessarily as much of a thing, but because of it, I mean,
They're rotting
really,
and stuff,
the morgue
those people.
party is more along.
Because-
You have to have somebody on the inside, or if you work at the the county morgue or whatever, and just go down there, pull somebody out of the
coroner's
freezer.
So you
office.
really
Coroner's office.
can't find someone alive? Like,
They're just not.
No, they're into it.
Necrophiliacs.
I think this is the
They're
first time
turned
I've
on.
seen Bernie in shock.
That's just so. Yeah, I think this is definitely one of the very first because that's just.
I'm trying to
I can't believe.
understand.
I can't. There's a couple things I can't understand. How do you have that conversation with your wife or dating someone, right? That hey, I banged some dead people. That's one question. The other question is, how in the world does she stay with them? The third question is, how in the fuck did she get so ballsy and bold to tell you that happened?
Right?
That's just like, you make people
and this
feel
is-
really comfortable.
Guess what? I got a good story.
Hey, here's something.
Guess what? Did you know?
Oh, everybody tells her everything.
Oh,
It's
clearly.
wild.
Maybe all those years ago was supposed to be this podcast.
Oh my
All these
gosh.
stories. No, I mean, I still I can remember it like it was yesterday. They lived in a trailer in Irving.
Okay, that made it make more sense right there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Like dead body, like a dead body is
like a
kind
dead
of frightening. Like it's
body.
frightening to me, and I can't imagine. I don't know how anybody would be turned on by a dead.
How do you even
person.
have sex
Exactly.
with that? It's not moving.
And
I don't
how does
That's
that-
just
understand.
it. I mean,
I guess
it
there's,
has an
Movement
orifice.
is not required.
Movement is not required.
How?
you can use Astroglide.
I'm not
and-
trying to be rude, but I'm assuming it's mostly men.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of hard to, have sex with somebody that has a limp phallus,
Right.
unless
You
rigor
probably break
mortis.
it off.
But at the same time, you have to have something to
That's how I want to be
prop
buried.
it up.
Like, just make sure my dick's hard when you put me in the casket.
Oh my God.
But they're probably like purple and like cold and
And cold
Yeah,
and
she said that dude
stiff
was banging people on, ice.
on ice.
On ice.
Cold body.
do they kiss them?
Oh,
I'm just so.
I think about
Now
kissing
you're getting
someone.
too personal.
I think about kissing someone with really bad breath, right? No, we've all kissed someone who has bad breath. Imagine kissing a rotten person with that's fucking disgusting.
Formaldehyde smell.
Yes.
I'm having a
This
really
makes
hard
me
time
very
processing.
nervous. Actually, this conversation makes me very nervous.
happened.
The whole
You're
time I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm looking at that question as the last question, and I'm just like, oh god.
You know, like when you see like certain things, you're like, my brain just doesn't wrap around
Yes,
that. Like
exactly.
my brain cannot
Process.
I think
process that.
But I think about somebody who is just, you are a different type, you're really mentally.
I think they're a murderer because I don't know anything. Like,
That's
if you're
like a-
right-
There's,
Psychopath.
when you think of, you sadly enough hear of instances where
yes, people murder people and then they do that.
have sex with the dead
They
body.
do?
Yes,
No,
I
I've
see that
never
on
heard
all
that
the
before.
crime shows.
Yeah.
They murder these people and then they have sex with them.
What?
Yes.
Have you heard that before?
Or there's
I heard it before.
of course, then there's
Ralph,
the audit.
have you heard of this before? You
people
see
that will
people.
choke
people
somebody and
You
Yeah, I have seen. No, have I personally seen this before? No, I've not personally seen.
But
it.
I've seen it on TV. Or I've heard it on TV.
I'm sure it happens.
What
When-
was that one serial killer, Ted Bundy?
Ted Bundy.
They said he got in big trouble for that.
I think he got
Well,
in
he
big
got in
trouble for way
trouble
more
for
than
a
that.
lot of that. But at the same time, there is the
That was part of it.
part of it, not just yeah.
Some additional life sentences for that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
There is something I meant. So these people could get caught and then they go to prison.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, necrophilia is definitely.
This is like, do you see how this is disturbing that there's actually a word for it? Like,
Morgue party.
right? Well, morgue party, but
necrophilia?
I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
have
a
heard that.
word.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot
It's
of
a
mental.
mental
Well, it's
disorder.
Like,
yeah.
like bestiality. I don't understand people who have sex with animals.
Don't either.
Oh, we talk
but
about that.
it happens a lot in the panhandle.
No.
Stop.
Why am I not
I knew a girl
surprised?
once who
Are you kidding me?
No,
A
you
lot
didn't.
of
Yes.
FHA,
Like
or
what?
FFA.
So I was at a this is years and years and years and
4-H.
years ago. I was at a party. This is years ago, and this random girl, she was sharing a story, and this is a crazy party. This is very much deep into the party. So I have no idea what made her feel this comfort level, but she was sharing. This is a true story. I'm not making this up. She was sharing a story where she was messed up. She's laying on her bed and her dog.
No.
Yeah. And
No.
her dog.
No.
naked.
No.
And she said that the dog had licked her and that she's like, oh, it felt great. And
No.
but she's saying it like the way we talk here, like normal conversations, no breaking it, no like, I'm kind of embarrassed. Full blown normal conversation. The dog, I was naked. It was laying there. The dog licked me and I thought it felt great. I let the dog finish. And it was just a normal conversation. This is a true story. I'd never heard that before.
What did you say, dude? How did you act? What did you do?
There's nothing. I mean, at that point, she was so comfortable, and I was so uncomfortable. But like, what do you say at that point?
No, I'd be like,
you're fucked up.
No.
Did you say? Are you serious? Did you say anything?
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. I was like, really? But she's saying it like, yeah, I'm just like, hey, yeah, I'll drink my drink here, some water, yeah, get some pizza today. Like, it was such a normal conversation.
That
but
weirds
the point
me
is,
out.
what was the crazy thing about it is she was a very gorgeous, beautiful girl. Like, so you wouldn't have expected that story out of a girl like that. But she just said it. I mean, it proved my point is how fucked up people are.
But it's like the girls who have sex with the horses or the donkeys in like Tijuana. I can't even imagine. Like, I think that's like, it really makes me uncomfortable.
That's another show, another day.
I'm just saying.
Big time in another day.
Oh, my stomach feels weird.
How about the question of the day?
Okay.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Should men still open doors for women, let them exit elevators first, etc., etc.?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Should I think? Yes, I don't care how if y'all are all feminists. I don't even care.
I'm not
I'm
feminist
passionate.
at all.
I'm passionate about this one.
Say the
it.
question once again.
Should men still open doors for women, let them exit elevators first, etc., etc.? All those things.
Yes, I totally think you should.
Miss Polly.
I think it's a thing of respect and
Thank you.
just being kind to a person.
Thank you.
But here's the thing I have sometimes about okay, so I know this is going to sound weird and contradictory in some degree, but there's a reason that men used to sleep on the side of the bed closest to the door. Does anybody know why?
Protection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Why men walk on the outside of the sidewalk to
I love
protect
that.
on the inside.
Yeah.
So if you're letting a woman go first, aren't you setting her up to get killed?
Out of an elevator.
That was the most traumatic. You pulled that out of your ass. You were like, let me think. Fuck up that one. Stop it. No. Well,
What if there's a shooter situation?
I will tell you this. If there is that situation happening, no, you're right. I want you to die. I want the girl to die first before me. No, just kidding.
Thanks.
In that one situation, you're looking
you're
at.
right.
okay.
That's
But
a-
you know, like, I mean, if I would be okay if my significant other or whoever walks into the house first to check and make sure everything's okay and then says, okay, come on in.
I really love it when.
But if you want to come and open the
me,
door for me, like for my car door, pull out my chair when I'm sitting down.
walk on the. I love. I mean, I've had
love-
people move me on the sidewalk.
Yes.
I think that
Always
is so
That-
sexy. I
yes.
love that.
I love when I go to the bathroom and the guy stands up, pulls a chair
Yeah.
out,
Yes.
and come back, stands
Stands
up
up
again. I
again.
love that.
Yeah.
All that
And that's
old-fashioned
starting
stuff.
to get like gone because damn feminists think that
I just want to
shouldn't.
punch them sometimes.
I think it is so annoying.
Yeah, but
It's like-
that's why I said I don't know. It's ridiculous that someone would say ding you, or you're like, I can't believe you're. I'm strong. I can open that door. You're like, yeah, you can't. I know you can open the
But
door.
I think that it's
I would never
so
date someone like that. And if there was someone who's such a dick, I would be like, fucking open your door. Go ahead, open
But
your own
is
fucking
it-
door.
What do they
Yeah,
say?
right.
Like men and women. What do they say? Like we're all equal. I'm like, but technically we're
no,
not.
we're not.
Like,
Who do y'all hang out with that acts that way?
well, I'm just talking about like feminists who feel that way. Like they're like
I can
marches.
open up my
and
own door.
Yeah.
I can open my own door. I can do whatever you can do. Or I'm gonna. I just don't agree.
I'm just as strong as you are. No, you're not.
I've
It's
said
true.
this before. I have never changed my whole life. Never changed the oil in my car. I have never replaced the whatever stickers on the car. I used to not get my own gas. That was a whole different life. But
Once upon a time. Well, and there's
Once upon
still
a time.
states that actually have that where you can't pump your own gas.
And-
Well, no,
Well-
she means like my dad would get her
Right.
gas full for her, and then she
Yeah.
could drive the car.
And when
Okay.
he left town, he would leave 2 or 3 cars. So I never had to get gas.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, no, I always make,
true.
I always, if we're walking in the parking lot, I always make Stacy go to the inside. I'm on the outside. Same thing with Jet. Or, I mean, I don't know. That's naturally, I think
But
that's
I know guys that it doesn't even register in them.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
like
look at
that.
you guys. You are gentlemen.
Yes.
You are very like that. So I can't even imagine. you
On the
not
other
doing
side of that, you know what really bugs me though is whenever like I'll open up a door for strangers, not just with
Yes.
somebody who I'm there, but whenever, and it doesn't bug me if someone didn't say.
It makes me
Thank you.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
mad.
thank
It does.
They
It
don't
does me
thank
a little
you?
bit, but especially if I'm like sometimes you'll
Kinda
open up a
holding.
door, you kind of wait for somebody to like somebody's 10 feet away and walking this way. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a few seconds to wait for this lady to come through. Just hold the door for her. She's got a couple things in her hand or whatever. It's an older lady or whatever.
And they don't say thank you.
Yeah, they just walk by, look at you, walk right by, don't say
Like-
a word.
That
Bugs me.
I have many
always
times.
say-
I have many times said,
You're
"Hey,
welcome."
you're welcome. You're
I do
welcome."
that same
I
thing.
will.
I always say thank
I have
you.
no problem saying, "Hey, you're welcome."
And
Yeah, I
guess
think it's the nice thing to say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I so like it when the guy wants to hold my hand too.
That's very special. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm in a super crazy affectionate hand holder, and
You're not?
I am.
Oh, you are.
Oh yeah, I would
I'm
be
like-
surprised if
No,
you
I'm
were.
like super PDA. Not like obnoxious where people are like, "What the fuck?" But I'm like
I mean,
I'll hold
that's
your hand.
sweet.
I
Yeah.
like hand holding now. What I don't like, because I see this where I work and I find it to be bleh, is when you're so attached behind her, like you're
Oh,
walking.
yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
And
that's like
holding
middle school.
the
Very
person
weird.
at
Oh,
the
that's
same time.
crazy.
I'm like, okay, dude,
That's,
really?
like, awkward.
No.
And in your store, that's probably really weird.
I'm like, I don't.
I wonder though in your store if someone's doing that if they're trying to hide their heart on. No, really.
Probably.
Really?
You're
I'm wondering,
probably
like,
right.
but if
Are they
were-
really shy in that store to
Yeah,
have
I
a hard
wouldn't hide it.
penis?
But at the same
That's a good
time,
point. That's a really
it
point.
always bothers me too. It like really ticks me off when they go to where the paddles and the whips and stuff are, and they just randomly start spanking.
They're
and
trying
I'm like,
it out.
okay, could you not?
sturdy. Make sure this thing is sturdy.
Yeah,
Big girl.
and and then doing it wrong. That's what pisses me off. I'm
Go
like,
teach them.
What's the right way to spank somebody?
You're like, hold on, let me have
you
that.
got to warm them up first. You can't just haul off and hit somebody.
Break some capillaries.
Miss Polly knows what she's
I
talking
believe
about.
it.
I'm just saying. I was like, I tell people, don't make me go Mistress Polly on you.
I think
Voice
that,
gets all deep.
yeah.
Don't
She's
let
very-
me go Mistress Polly on you. I love it.
I
that
love
has
when
to
we
be a
ask Miss
quote.
Polly about her dominatrix life.
Oh yeah.
It's very fun.
We gotta have a show on that day.
Yep.
But I
Yeah.
gotta build up some stories. With,
Episode 4.
Yeah, I gotta build up some stories of Stacy first, and then we'll
Yeah.
do that there.
No
so
problem.
I feel like chivalry with men should not die, basically.
Ever.
Ever. And I feel like there's a lot of people trying to make that die, and I don't like that.
No.
They just need to stop.
Most of the people who chivalry
Can
has
you calm
died
down?
As usually there are a lot of plenty of single people.
Well, I feel it's something that should be preserved and fought
Yeah, I do
for,
too.
and I have 3 boys. And I've taught
Equality
them all.
is one
good.
thing,
You know, and,
but
That's good.
chivalry should not die.
Ever.
No.
Ever.
And
We'll bring it
but
back.
that's also with that being said, you know, I think it's important, just like Ralph was saying a second ago. I think it's important, and I know everyone here does, but for
That it's
ladies to be
acknowledged.
to acknowledge a guy, because I think naturally, guy or female or male, we do more when we feel appreciated. Everybody
For
does
sure.
more, right?
Yes.
And so everyone wants to be acknowledged and be told you're so awesome, you're so this and that, and so it's
Everybody
important
likes
that
a pat on the back.
right,
Yeah.
or in the bottom.
All right.
On that note, thank you for listeling, everyone.
Thank you.